about that thing with Vasya.
Yeah.
Okay, how he told me that secret of his and everything, right? The more I get to know, right, the more I think I'm right about that. So I'm gonna tell you what he did, but I'm not gonna tell you in detail. So not any.
No.
But wait.
No.
Listen.
I understand.
Listen, because
I don't want to know.
Okay, you don't want to. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you that then. But like the thing is, when he showed me that thing, right? It's something that it's not like it's something bad he did, right? Let's just put it this way: it's something bad, and he told me to not tell anyone, right? But then, like a few weeks later, he stops hanging out with me, and people are pissed at me, and it makes sense at one point. In the end, when I realized it made sense, that he somehow blamed this thing on me, and not only that, but like, how can I explain? He not only blamed it on me, but people believed it. That's how I saw it. But now, when I'm trying to figure that out, and I'm trying to talk to people and find out if he did that, because I'm sure he did that, but now the only thing I need is someone to confirm me he did that, right? So I come talk to people, I tell them, and all of them seem to have no idea. But then, when like they kind of let me understand that okay, he blamed that on me, and he said I did it, and they believed it. I don't know why, but then when I talk to all the people I talk, they all say they believe me. Hey, you didn't do anything, so everything is good. But it's so clear that it's not good that it doesn't make sense, and I don't get it why.
Dude, like, you have no idea if they're right, if they're lying or not. So, the way I see it, there's nothing you can do, because.
But why? Why would everyone be lying? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't.
Because think of it this way, man. If I would be Vasya, right? And let's say this Vasya did blame that on me, what would he do? He would go to people and say, but people found out. They didn't find out from me, but I think Vasya thought that. And when people find out, he would go to them and say, okay, it wasn't me, it was Paul, okay? And then people would think, normally they would think, it's not true, why the fuck would it be Paul? Paul had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
But somehow he went and said that, and everyone believed it. And now this doesn't make sense, because why the fuck? It's not logical. Think about it. Why would people just believe something like this?
I don't know, dude.
And the other thing, he also told me like people know about it, and people are not angry on him.
Okay. And
that makes even it's more nonsense, because people will be really angry on someone who, like, not really angry, but they will be quite angry on someone who does that. Especially the people who are like in that thing that he did, right? Like there was one person who, I don't know how to explain it, but that person should have been mad at him, not at me, right? And he said that person knows that it's not angry at him, but the same person is angry at me who I did nothing, and that says enough. But then when I talk to people, well, all I need right now is someone to confirm me. Okay, he did that, he blamed that thing on me. But when I talk to people, people told me, it's the first time I hear this, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. Whoa, I had no idea. But then they let me know that, yeah, they think I did that, and everyone thinks I did that.
How sure are you about that?
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that people know, and they're trying to like let me know that, okay, you did it, apologize or something, but I didn't do anything. And when I'm trying to talk to them and like explain the situation, right? Because people will be honest with me and they're exactly what's happening, right?
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What would happen if you were right?
Well, people would realize that I didn't do anything, and like people need to know the truth. If I'm blamed for something I didn't do, I'm not okay with that. People need to know that.
Okay. And what happens if you're wrong?
I don't think I'm wrong, because it
no,
makes
but
sense.
Like, you don't know if you're wrong. So it's just a matter of.
Well, from what Vasya said, he said people knew about this before he showed me that thing that he showed me, right? So if people knew before, and when he showed me, he told me that I'm the only one who knows and not tell anyone. But then 6 months later, he told me everyone, but people knew from MIP5, quite a lot of people knew from MIP5. Then it means that he lied when he told me I'm the only one who knows. And then it doesn't make any sense, because I was thinking he was angry at me because he thought I told someone about that thing, but I never told anyone about that thing. That's the first thing. And then why would he be angry at me if people knew it from last fucking year, MIP fucking 5, man? Why would that happen? And now, if I go talk to people, they should already know, because Vasya told me people know about it, right? And if people know about it, and I go talk to them about it, they should already know. But they say have no idea. And not only they have no idea, but people are pissed at me, and they let me know that I did it, and it's not okay. Because basically that thing that he did is like, it's not good, and it should piss off, especially one person, the person who that thing is about, right? And that person is pissed at me. And like, I'm not friends with that person. I don't talk to that person. I do absolutely nothing.
Then who cares?
But I care because I'm not okay being blamed for something I didn't do, man.
Why?
Because. And
Because
it's
what?
so, like, the way I see it, it's so fucking obvious that people think I did it, but the one thing I don't get is why people think I did it.
Dude, but who cares? Why do you care so much?
Dude, I care. And
why?
Now when I'm talking to you, I assume you know, right?
I don't know.
Like, man, you're one of us as friends.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know because he said you were there when they talked about it. Once.
About what? Look, no, sorry.
He told me, no, he told me in MIP5.
Answer that question. I don't want you to answer that.
No, but in MIP5 when you were on a hike, he told me when they talked about it, because they talked about it, and people who he didn't tell already knew about it in MIP5, and they were talking while all the whole group was there, and you were there as well, and basically he took pictures of someone, but it doesn't matter. But that's the thing, and that's what he showed me, right? And that person is pissed off on me, and I can see that obviously that person is pissed on me. And at one point I was so sure he blamed it on me. I went and talked to that person, and that person told me it's a girl, right? And she got pissed because someone took pictures of her. It makes fucking sense to get pissed for that. But then when I talked to her, she was like, "Oh yeah, I heard of that." And I didn't really care until you just told me again. And now and she's like, now I want to know everything. But it doesn't make sense because if people told her about that before, and now she wants to know everything, it doesn't make sense. Because for all this time, in the end, like, people kind of gave me clues to realize that it was me, but I didn't do anything. I was not involved in that. And the same girl told me that she heard people sending those photos of her from person to another, which again doesn't make fucking sense. And I asked Vasya about that, and he told me he has no idea either. And why the fuck was she pissed off at me? Because me, I only saw that once for like, I don't know, not even fucking half a minute. Vasya showed them to me without me even asking him to do so, right? And it doesn't make sense. I'm not involved in that because he showed it to me without me asking him, and it was like a fucking 10 seconds. I barely saw anything. And
what do you want from me, though?
Like, I need at least an opinion. If you actually don't know anything, I need an opinion.
I don't know anything. My opinion is that you shouldn't give a shit, because as long as you know that you're right, for like if I would be in your situation and I knew truly that I didn't do anything, then I wouldn't give a fuck about what other people thought.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. I was like, okay, I did nothing wrong, so people should realize it at one point. But instead of realizing it, people got more pissed, and they made it clear that they're sure that I did that. And one thing, like when I asked Vasya about this, for example, if people are sending it from one to another, because he was the only one who had those photos, because he did them, right? So it was only him and no one else. And when I asked him, he said for sure that he never sent it to anyone. He was the only one who ever had it. So if Vasya was the only one who ever had it, and he blamed it on me, how the fuck did he manage to blame it on me? And why the fuck this girl already knew, and she said she didn't care about it until I told her again, because that's not true, because she was pissed from before I talked to her. That's why I talked to her, because I was sure Vasya blamed that on me, right? So now, first, how did Vasya blame that on me, and why did everyone believe it? And then why every time I try to talk to someone and ask about it, they don't believe me and they just don't say anything. That's not okay.
I don't know. Yeah, there's something about him, like people just believe him. I don't know.
But why?
I don't know.
There has to be he did something. There has to be some sort of like thing to convince people, right? And it doesn't make sense, because I didn't do anything, so I shouldn't be involved in it. And I talked to Vasya, I talked to Marcus, I talked to when I talked to this girl, she said that people from Vasya's group, without me mentioning any name, that people from Vasya's group were sending this from one to another, right? In the beginning of the year. And in the beginning of the year, I was one of Vasya's best friends, and she was super pissed at me, so I assume she's talking about me as well. But I had nothing to do with that. I told you I saw that for 10 seconds when he showed it to me without me asking him to show me, and then I never saw that again. And I only mentioned it again to Vasya when I realized that people are blaming me for it, so I got nothing to do with it. But then I talked to Vasya, I talked to Marcus, I even talked to Andrea. I didn't tell him exactly what happened, but I asked him if Vasya said ever anything like that, or if stuff like this happened. I'm talking to you, because if that girl is right, and someone from Vasya's group was actually doing that, then it could, who was in Vasya's group? It was like Marcus, you, and Henri. And I know
what do you mean by Vasya's group?
I don't know, this is what she said. She said Vasya's group. She didn't say Vasya, she said Vasya's group. And she was...
You mean like a WhatsApp group?
No,
or?
friends group.
Oh, okay.
Like Vasya's group of friends. And the thing is, like, in the beginning of the year, I told you I was part of Vasya's group of friends. And she was pissed at me, like, really pissed at me. So I assumed she was talking about me. But I got nothing to do with that. So why the fuck would she be talking about me? With that thing, right? Like, that thing had nothing to do with me. I'm not involved in that thing. It's Vasya's thing. And when I talked to Marcus, he told me he's not involved either. And okay, but Vasya also showed it to Marcus once, and that was it. But it's the same with me. He only showed it to me once, and I didn't even fucking ask him to show me. He just did it because he wanted to. So, if like Marcus is not involved, and he told me don't ask me about that because I'm not involved. But he said it in a way that it looks like I'm involved in it, but I'm not. Because I have absolutely nothing to do with that, and I'm not okay. And either Vasya, like actually saying the truth, and somehow there's something really complicated going on. Either they somehow found a way to blame it on me, and now they're all lying to me. But I also talked to people who are not in Vasya's group, right? Like, and they all told me like either they don't know, either that no one said that. And it's not okay, because if it's the way you think, people should know. People should like, you get my point, right? And why would people just refuse to say anything and just act like it doesn't exist? But then when I'm not talking to them, no, like when I'm talking to them, they act like this is the first time they hear it. They don't know anything, but then they kind of let me know, and it's not one person. They kind of let me know that, okay, you're the one who did this, but I didn't do that. So that's why I came talk to people to see what the fuck happened, but no one is telling me shit, so it doesn't make sense. How do I solve this kind of thing? Got any idea, man?
No.
Like, who else do you think was in Vasya's group, like, in the beginning of the year?
I have no idea.
Because I talked to Marcus, talked to Henry, talked to you. Is anyone else who... Claire couldn't have anything to do with this, because, like, I really doubt Claire had anything to do with this, though Vasya told me she knew about it. But, like, what the fuck? And it's kind of... It'd be really, like, kind of awkward to ask Claire about this also. So... Who else the fuck could it be, and why do people think I did that? I'm not okay with that.
Why are you not okay with it?
Because I didn't do shit, and I think people like Vasya blamed it on me, and I'm not okay with that, and I gotta solve this. And like,
but why are you not okay with that?
With what?
With like people blaming it on you?
Because I didn't do it. What if someone like does something bad in the school, right? And then people just say it was you, and you didn't do anything. It's not okay.
Yeah, but like, if people were saying that, I wouldn't go out of my way to prove to them that I didn't do anything. Like, if they think about it, then who cares? You know, if someone confronts me about it, then I'll tell them that I didn't do it. If like it happens to be some big thing, that police comes or some shit like that, then I'll be able to prove that I didn't do anything because I didn't do anything.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
It doesn't. To me, it doesn't matter if other people think whatever the fuck about me.
To me, it matters because it's like part of like this thing is not okay. You get me, right? It's not okay, and if people think I did that, I'm not okay with it.
I would say just chill, man. If you didn't do it, then it's gonna be all right, either way.
No, if I didn't do it, but it's not okay if people think I did it because I didn't. So. Oh, so this shit is super complicated.
Yeah, dude. Like, you're just, in my opinion, you're just wasting your time. In the end, if you manage to do something about it, then
Wait.
Yeah, but why? The means what he did something, he kind of made something